ancient evil has arisen from the shadows. Sauron gathers power. His malice inflames those who follow him. To the north, he sends Agandaura, cruel master of dark sorceries, to crush all who would dare oppose him. Against this rising shadow stand those who do not seek glory, who do not seek power. Those who fight to stem the onslaught. To protect their people, their lands, and all of Middle-earth. Three bright flames of courage to challenge the darkness.
Что ж, мы продолжаем. Всем привет, и кто присоединился именно на этой серии, пропустив предыдущую. Вот. Идем в Темнолесье. Искать Радагаста. Красиво все-таки я выгляжу. Но разнообразия маловато, конечно. Все, игра закончилась. Мы разбились. Гейм овер. Всем пока-пока. Стали, как будто ничего и не было. Оставьте, пожалуйста. Спасибо. Что, меня будет бить, что ли? А. Это оружие, наверное, посильнее все-таки было. Ну это этот враг не морозится, а там кто знает. Давно пора. Ну так, чисто на расслабоне. Даже особо не парился. Ну так вот, перекач. Орлы тоже не парятся. Не вставай, хорошо? Вот мы и в Темнолесье. Деревья низкие, когда-то здесь было, судя по рассказам, очень-очень классно.
Well done, my friends. That one will spread his veil of lies no more. Yet I fear this was no chance meeting. If Wolfram was here, it could mean trouble for Radagast. You should press on and find him.
This forest seems near impenetrable. What can we expect to find here?
I cannot say for certain. Mirkwood is no place for my kind. We can soar over the great wood, but its secrets remain hidden beneath the trees. The forest has an evil reputation, however. Be on your guard as you search for Radagast.
The sorcerer said something about a wizard.
He can only have meant Radagast.
But what could Agandaura want with Radagast?
The brown wizard concerns himself little with the outside world, yet he has worked against Sauron in the past. Perhaps Agandaura merely wishes to settle an old score, but it seems more likely he seeks to prevent Radagast from aiding his enemies. We should find him.
I don't like this. Agandaura may be one step ahead of us.
If so, Radagast may be in grave danger.
We will find him. But what about you? Are you hurt?
The beast did its damage, but not enough to keep me from the air. I will be fully recovered soon enough.
What is this creature you've bested? It smells foul.
Who can say? Some beast from an older world, maybe. Bred and twisted by the Dark Lord to serve his most trusted servants.
We will continue the search on foot. Should we look for you here once we have found him?
No, I must find my companions. They are probably worried about me. Together, we will keep watch from above. Radagast has many friends among the birds of Mirkwood. If you find him, he can send a message to us easily enough.
Very well, but be careful. There may be more of these fell beasts around.
I don't like the look of this Mirkwood. I wish our path would have led us elsewhere.
Why would Radagast choose to make his home in such a place?
They say that Mirkwood was not always like this. It was fair enough before the shadow of the Dark Lord fell over it.
That shadow lies here still. There are evil creatures in this wood. Be on your guard.
Пойдем по этим тропкам.
Look! There! Wharg! That's done it. Now the whole forest knows we're here.
Let's go. The warg that one hears is worse than the orc that one fears.
True, but where the warg howls, there also the orc prowls.
Brother Ranger has left us some supplies.
Сплошные дорогие камешки.
An encampment of orcs.
Be
Место
watchful.
на выжить.
The wargs have given away our presents.
I don't like it.
Может, что-нибудь потратить? Слишком много всего
Your eyes
лежит.
open.
Место у меня занимает.
It's time to put an end to you!
Up there, an archer.
It's an ambush.
They seek cover in the undergrowth.
We need cover from their arrows. They're charging!
Сволочь. Ой, а кто это у нас здесь застрял? Кто это? Не, вот говно. Вот говно, конечно.
I must have aid.
I thought elves were meant to have long lives. Back on your feet, lads. We have an enemy to defeat.
Many thanks. Onward now.
Fire needs our aid! That's closer to death than I can.
О, зараза. Ладно, надо уходить отсюда, я понял.
I cannot take much more.
Мама.
I thought elves were meant to have long lives.
That was closer to death than I care to be.
Эльф, уйди нахуй. Блин, долбаный эльф. Кто тебя просил?
I'm badly hurt.
Ну ладно. Я хотя бы покинусь. Цветочки для эльфа.
Down with you, vermin!
Так быстро. Так быстро я ее нашел. Паучки.
What are these things?
They look like eggs. Insect eggs, maybe.
But so many. And so large.
напугал. В мире темных тварей своя градация. Всем надо кушать. Погибели нежити. Я вообще такой камень в первый раз вижу. Чуть за камень такой. Урон нежити. Полезно. На одну локацию. В то время, когда вообще оружие не попадается с гнездами. Не говоря о том, чтобы попадалось хорошее оружие, в которое можно ставить что-либо. Пошли алмазы. Что Эль давно не переодевался. А вот бац и переоделся. Стоило только сказать.
Beware, spiders!
Егерский посох. Ограненный алмаз. Хотите домой себе такого паука? Мне кажется, одного хватит, чтобы вам было нехорошо. Особенно если ему дать какое-то время, чтобы он паутину сплел. Вся ваша квартира будет в паутине. Вам стоит только прилипнуть, и он вас сожрет. Ну что, как вам разнообразие врагов в этой игре? На каждой локации новые враги.
Don't leave us just yet, War Master. We have need of...
Too close for comfort. You have my thanks.
Следопыт слабый. Угу. Атаки у меня, конечно, не по радиусу, но они существенные. И частые.
We must be nearing Radagast's home.
Enemy archers on the high ground!
Безупречный рубин. Ну да. Урон предназначавшийся питал другой действие. Два шлема мне дал. Ну такое. Лед, холод это говно. Урон от холода это говно. Быть может, если бы его было больше, но его же мало. Как будто разрабы намекают, что заморозка это имба-обилка. Но если бы он постоянно замораживал, было бы, может, и нормально.
Must be Radagast's home.
It looks peaceful enough.
Then what did the sorcerer mean when he said we were too late?
Perhaps he was only trying to discourage us.
You face the power of Eldar!
Down with you, vermin!
Radagast, are you here?
Come on, you faint-hearted scum!
You cannot endure this sight!
It's time to put an end to you!
У кого-то из желудка достал необработанный сосуд.
Fight me if you dare! Radagast! Are you here? You're no match for me!
This will strike you down!
I am sorely hurt.
Over there. Is that a staff on the ground?
Ей. Заднюю стену пробили у дома.
These woods are thick with the Uruk-hai.
Listen, they're all around us. On the hunt for something.
Radagast, perhaps. We must find him before the orcs do.
Как так? Чё, тебя добивать? Ладно. Я не знаю, в этом лесу, интересно, есть вообще тайники у магички? У гнома-то они есть, а магички не уверен.
Let's see if you can take me! Servants of the enemy, beware!
Ну что, ты следующий.
Do you fear to face a dwarf?
leading deeper into the woods. It appears as if they were dragging something. I fear it could be Radagast, but whether he was living or dead, I cannot say.
Сейчас это вообще уже не кажется душным местом. Хотя по факту это душное место. Ну, с Верминтайдом оно не сравнится, это точно. Тут и спешлов нет. Просто так. Эльфийским мечом навряд ли я смогу убить двух троллей. Типа секретка. Типа.
That'll teach you to take on a ranger! Fight me if you dare!
Here, my friends, gather to the healing light.
Over there, they have a prisoner, an elf.
Расколол его на кусочки. Глорхирин.
I thank you for my life, friends. I had abandoned all hope before you appeared. I am Glorhirina, an elf of the woodland realm. It is our custom to be wary of strangers, yet I have never been happier to see unfamiliar faces.
I did not expect to meet any of the woodland folk. Are we near then to your home?
No, the woodland realm lays many days' travel to the east.
Is it unusual to find so many orcs in this part of the wood?
Orcs can be found throughout Mirkwood, save where my people's realm is maintained. Yet never have I seen so many in this part of the wood. There are separate tribes and companies present as well. Some have come from the Grey Mountains to the north, but there are also large and savage Uruks out of Dol Guldur, far to the south. The enemy prepares to make war in earnest. This bodes ill for the woodland realm.
Glad to be of service. I am Eridon, and with me are Farin and Andreal. Might I ask what brought you to this pass, Glorhirina?
I am one of King Thranduil's wardens. My companion Galron and I were tasked with scouting this portion of the wood. We found enemies gathering here, but for what purpose we could not tell. We thought to consult with Radagast the Brown, who dwells nearby, but we found the danger grew greater as we approached his home. But what of you? How is it you three are here in Mirkwood?
We too are searching for Radagast, but I fear he has come to some harm.
Elf, man, and dwarf seeking a wizard. There is a story here to be sure, but we have no time for tales now. Radagast is likely in grave danger, and so too my friend Galron.
Can we call on your people to help in the search for Radagast?
No, the woodland realm lays many days' travel to the east. We can expect no help from there.
Where is your companion?
Alas, I cannot say. We came upon a band of orcs, and while we battled them, spiders began to cast down their lines from the trees above. I was entangled, and the orcs bore me away. I can only hope that Galron escaped a similar fate. Orcs and spiders working together in this manner bodes ill for my people, and more so for Galron. I must find him.
Mirkwood is well known as the haunt of spiders, but I had not heard they were allied with the orcs.
Orcs and spiders are constant foes of my people, but rarely have we contended with both at once. I fear the enemy has made alliance with the Spider Queen Saэнatra, who is rumored to dwell deep within the mountains of Mirkwood.
We will help you look for Galron.
Такие дела. И вот от него потом. Ну как, ну да, потом. Короче, подарок будет. И это был самый лучший меч на сложности поход. А потом это говно стало. Сейчас я не... Ну... Вообще ни на что не надеюсь. Выпадет такое же говно, как и на предыдущей легенде. Типа... Ну чё? Вот тут такой же лук просто выпадет и все. Тестовый лук Галрона. Лук не меняется, как я понял. Заморозил в атаке. Ну, прикольно, прикольно. Гном не справился. Просто надо было тебе его добить, гном. Лежачего. Но ты не справился. Лучший стрелы в глаз. Следопыты стреляют не особо хуже эльфов. Следопыты тоже одни из лучших лучников в Средиземье. А мы как раз следопыт. Собственно, у нас и урон лучше от дальнего оружия, чем от ближнего. Поэтому мне пришлось прям раскачивать. Ближнее оружие. Вот это гномия явно стеночка. Вот она тут очевидно просто. Да, если бы это было болото, ну тут завязли. Ну, это просто красивое словцо, что это болото. Почему это гномия секретка? Это прям вот прям очевидно вот, что это гномия секретка. Может быть, митрил лежит именно там. Мифрил. Но мне не суждено этого узнать. Да не стреляй ты. Их сейчас съедят. Он телепортировался. А такого паучка не хотите к себе домой? Такой паучок и вас уже съест. Без всякой паутины. Арахнофобы. Хотите себе такого домашнего питомца? Но если бы он был как котик, я бы в принципе не отказался. Почему бы и нет? Прикольно. Но при учете, что он может меня напрямую съесть, я не хочу. Мне такое не надо. Вас, друзья, никто не давал. У вас так гнездо кончится, паучина. Хватит вылазить. Должен же быть какой-то инстинкт самосохранения. Но там больше работает другое. Накормить Саэнатру у них работает. Неважно какими методами. Все ради царицы. 32 тысячи в сундуке. Просто 32 тысячи. Все, темнолесье заканчивается. В час уложились. Не торопясь.
These webs are arranged for defense. We are nearing the spider's lair.
Приближаемся. Но мы еще не там. Я думаю, уже там. Ну ладно. Что есть? Сниженные цены в лавках. Блин. Купить, что ли? Чтобы вообще ни хрена ничего не стоило. Уже третий предмет на снижение цен. Да, кстати, можно было что-нибудь вставить. Это такой же, да? Рудознатца. Любопытно. Что-нибудь вставлю потом. $55 000 за раз. Это какой-то очень-очень древний камешек, который точно не должен падать на легенде, но он упал. Допустим. Слетать, что ли, за черной жемчужиной? Или не слетать? В принципе, она никуда не убежит. Я думаю. Сдать черную жемчужину. Причем Саэнатра уже впереди. Да, вот тебе и Саэнатра. Так, что бы можно было бы нам применить, чтобы место освободить? Разящие стрелы, но оставляют на Нордибад, наверное. Миру вор я вообще, блин, не трачу. Вот серьезно. Кажется, вот время, вот, трать. Нет, нет. Не люблю я зелье пить. Если я буду играть в Ведьмака, мне по-прежнему будет жаба душить их пить. Или в простонародье мне просто будет лень их пить. Я тоже на Нордибад оставлю. Можно все на Нордибад оставить. В принципе. Нам и так нормально.
The trail leads down there. I'm sure of it.
The wizard!
The wizard? No, no, my dears. That is food. He says the wizard must die. Take him and devour him, he commands. And so I shall. But not yet. Not yet. Let him hang a bit first. Let him await my pleasure. But the wizard alone is barely a meal for one such as myself. Now four is a feast.
А как вам такая красопета, Петровна? А? У нее читерская стрела. Давай, убей ее. Убей ее полностью. А, да? Хватит меня жрать. Хватит жрать меня, мать. Ее жарят. Да-да. У нее одно брюхо, как я. Ладно. Радагаст. Радагаст. Ку-ку. Вы себя хорошо чувствуете, Радагаст? вас какие-то нервные судороги? Вам что-то плохое снится? Целого Маяра чуть не сожрала. Целого полубога. Ну, не полубога, точнее, а можно сказать... Ну, как ангела, что ли. По уровню.
Carefully. Let him down slowly now.
He yet lives.
Aye, and he's coming around.
А Саурон это падший ангел, по сути. Как Люцифер.
Radagast, are you well?
Oh, what a thoroughly unpleasant experience. I shall have more pity for flies in the future.
The spider's venom can be deadly. We should attend to you at once.
No cause for concern. It happens I know a thing or two about venoms and poisons. Sanathra's poison could be deadly, but killing prey outright is not the way of such creatures. No, they much prefer to keep their meals alive for a time. Just as a farmer might age a cheese to improve its flavor, really. She used only enough venom to keep me quiet.
Зачем они на вас
There was a
охотятся?
powerful force here, and it is clear that you were their target. Why is the enemy after you?
The enemy never needs a reason to kill and destroy. But if I were to hazard a guess why they were after me in particular, I would say it is because of my talent for gathering and sending news quickly.
That could mean they plan to attack our friends nearby.
The Bjornings and my woodland kin are in danger. We must warn them.
Oh, you needn't concern yourself with that. As I said, I have a talent for such things. I will make sure our friends are warned. It's the neighborly thing to do, after all.
I had heard Mirkwood was home to many spiders, but I never expected anything like this. Are there more of her kind around?
I certainly hope not. This was the Spider Queen Sanathra. I've heard many fearful tales of her from my friends among the forest creatures, but I've never before had the misfortune of encountering her. I'm rather surprised to find her here. By all accounts, she kept her lair in the craggy mountains near Dol Guldur, far to the south.
Dol Guldur. I've heard that name spoken in whispered tales. By all accounts, it is a place of dread. What can you tell me of it?
It's a terrible place. A fortress built upon a bare hill in the south of the forest. Of old, the Dark Lord himself dwelt there. He was driven out some years past, but it seems that evil has returned once more to Dol Guldur. I am told that fell creatures of many sorts are gathering there. Roscobel, my usual home, lies a little too close to Dol Guldur for comfort, so I came here. I have several such retreats. You can never be too prepared living in Mirkwood and all. But, do I know you?
No, Radagast, but you do know me.
Ah, young Belleram. It's a pleasure to see you. So you are a part of this little party too? It's quite a mixed bag, really. I don't see elves, dwarves, and men rubbing elbows often, especially not in Mirkwood. Now add an eagle as well. This is turning out to be a rather extraordinary day, really, all things considered.
I am just glad we came in time. My friends and I have a mission, and we came seeking your aid.
We're looking for the dragon Urgost, who lives in the Grey Mountains.
And we have no time for a lengthy search.
We were told you might be able to help us find him.
You wish to find a dragon? Oh dear, is that really wise?
Wise or not, that is our mission. Do you know where Urgost can be found?
Well, he's a dragon, so I would say the Grey Mountains.
Yes, that is as we have already said. But do you know where in the Grey Mountains?
I haven't the foggiest notion, really.
What? So we've just been chasing the wind?
Ah, now, not so fast. I may not know where Urgost dwells, but I just might be able to find out. But I would need my staff for that, and I seem to have mislaid it somewhere.
Я у него не спрашивал ни разу. Но можешь все-таки спросить? Что он ответит?
I have met another of your order, Gandalf the Grey. You seem different from him.
Do I? Well, cannot one man be unlike another and yet both still be men? I suppose there is no one quite like Gandalf, although I sometimes feel as if I should be more like him. At any rate, I assure you, we are both wizards in spite of our differences.
Wizards appear to be men, yet they live unchanged for centuries, as do elves. Clearly, you are neither. But what then are you? Where do you come from?
That I am forbidden to reveal. Some things must remain a secret, at least for the present. Suffice to say, we are. And think on it no more.
Рассердился, гляди.
We found your staff. Here it is.
I knew you would have need of it once we found you.
Ah, excellent. Aren't you the clever one? Crafty as a fox in your own fashion, too, I can tell. I'm grateful to you. Well then, let's see what we can find out, shall we? My friends might know a thing or two. Do you have news for me, little one? Ah. I see, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Very brave of you. Well done, my friend. And there you have it.
Perhaps you could explain further for those of us who do not speak the language of swallows.
Oh, you don't? Quite a pity, really. They're rather pleasant little fellows. Always something nice to say.
Well, what did this one have to say?
Quite a bit, actually. Here, let me show you.
Have you considered my offer?
You bargain with what you do not possess, man of the South.
I will have your price soon enough. Think carefully before you spurn this offer, dragon. As mighty as you are, you would do well not to offend my master.
I did not say I refused. Only that you must first achieve my reward before you can give it.
Ah, formality. I go now to take your price, but I will leave men behind to await your answer. Consider well, but not too long.
My time and my thoughts are my own to spend.
For now.
Oh, still here? I thought you were off to find a dragon.
Can you tell me anything of the creature we seek?
The dragon? I believe you'll find dragons have three things in abundance: strength, cunning, and greed. You'd be wise not to underestimate Urgost when it comes to any of these. I really rather wish you weren't set on finding the dragon. You seem like such nice people.
These woods are still thick with enemies. Are you certain you can find your way to safety?
Don't concern yourself with that. I've lived in Mirkwood for a very long time. I won't be caught off guard again.
Where will you go from here, Radagast?
Perhaps I will visit my friends in the Wood Elf realm. Or I might drop in on a few folks I know among the Bjornings. There's even a very nice family of badgers that might take me in. I will have to give it some thought.
Your pardon. You said badgers.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I know what you're thinking. How can anyone get along with a group of grumpy old badgers? It's true, they're not as amiable as foxes, but they're really quite agreeable once you get to know them.
I'll take your word for that. Good luck to you, wherever you choose to go.
Таков вот Радагаст. Прикольный маг. Так, где этот? Где вот этот вот эльф? Который мне говно даст.
That was a feat worthy of heroes of the elder days. I am honored to have witnessed it.
You were part of it as well. Thank you for your aid in the fight.
I am pleased to have done my part. That is one less threat to my people.
Where will you go from here, Glorhirina?
I was too late to save Galron. He fell in battle with the orcs. So now I must hasten homeward to report all I have learned. I recovered Galron's war gear, and I wish you to have it. Galron would be pleased to know it was still being used to fight the enemy. Farewell, Aradan. A long, dark road lies before you, Aradan. May a star shine upon you as you go. A long, dark road lies before you, Aradan. May a star shine upon you as you go.
Эх. Красивая. Нравится. Прям реснички у нее такие. Красота. Как можно было обидеть такую милашку? Надо бы навестить еще Фрейю из второго Дарка. Ой, как надо бы. Жалко, что там порт кривой. Видимо, придется по старинке играть. Вопрос, когда это будет только.
The little cave swallow has told me where Urgost's lair can be found. I can guide us there when you are ready to depart.
Но сначала мы летим в Нордибад. С этой серией надо заканчивать. Ну, как она все выглядит. Он самый верх. Хорошие комментарии.
I can't believe what I've heard. You're actually setting out to find the dragon? We spent many long years trying not to be found by one. Ah, but then the three of you did walk into Mount Gundabad alone, and you lived to tell the tale. So if anyone has a chance against Urgost, it might be you. Ordinarily, I'd be dead set against riling up a dragon. It seems Agandauра has already done that. So I'll just wish you luck and let it go at that.
Do you think it would be better if we did not go looking for the dragon?
Who can say? It's more you I'm worried about than us here. Old you may be, but dragons are dragons.
What about you here? Do you believe Nordibad will be safe after what we accomplished at Mount Gundabad?
We killed hundreds of orcs when the roof came down at Gundabad. Maybe thousands if we're lucky. That's all the fewer to march against us here. But that just means we went from certain defeat to likely defeat. If the dragon joins up with Agandaura, we're right back at certain again.
Dragons have been overcome before. Better to face him on our terms than to wait for him to come to us. Farewell, Bruni.
Бруни тоже прикольный. Очень жаль. место есть.
Well met, my friend. Are you looking for repairs? I suppose it's too much to hope that you stumbled over one of those black pearls in your wanderings. I should be off.
Долбаная музыка. Дайте поговорить.
Well met, my...
Вот ваша жемчужина.
Luck was with me. Here's the pearl you hoped for.
Never have my hands held a treasure so glorious. Words alone aren't enough to express my gratitude. Here, take this in return. Some of my finest craftwork. Only the best for you.
Спасибо.
Back, I see.
Are you here to buy?
Не, навряд ли что-либо есть, что мне надо было бы. Не удивит ничем. Одноручный топор. 692, 761. Не, херня. Так, насчет подарочков. Так, ну рыба, это просто продам даже. Это не знаю, насколько актуально. Глорхирин. Ну, опять тисовый лук. А это все говно. Банально. 18 ловкость. Для лука, а не для меча. И урон оркам. Ну, херня. Просто херня. И тисовый лук. Точно такой же, как уже есть. Второй. Ну, уже не просто апаться некуда местами. А тут по понятным причинам мы сейчас возьмем опять колечко. Вот колечко мне надо, но в следующий раз оно тоже уже не будет не надо. Точно такое же кольцо. Выносливость растет, защита растет, урон растет. 158, 2896. 2950. $158. Ну тут, как видите, хоть выносливость и выросла, здесь несущественная прибавка. Все? Это кольцо даже не надо. И оно тоже от него, кстати. Кольцо бури. Только более древнее. Такие дела. Куда-то сынок его пропал.
So you have learned the location of Radagast's lair, and you still mean to face down the dragon? May your courage sustain you, my friend.
А мне даже стало интересно, где Норды. Может, он в столовой? Сомневаюсь, конечно. Не, он там. Интересно.
It's happy I am to see you again, my friend. But this news you bring couldn't be worse. Agandauer is trying to form an alliance with Urgost, and what's more, he's offered him Nordibad as payment. I fear our days are numbered.
What comes next for your folk?
I can tell you one thing we won't do. We won't run. Here we will stay until we win victory or death takes us all. If Agandauer wants Nordibad, we'll make sure he pays a high price for it.
I wish you luck with whatever fate may bring. Farewell, Nordri.
Я, кстати, с ним здесь ни разу не разговаривал. Как вам такое? Новый контент, который не видел даже я. Хотя, может, когда-то и говорил. Это, кстати, голова Варга, что ли, такая огромная? Подозрительно. Подозрительно огромная, как будто это какой-то дракон. Меньше Ургоста, но все равно дракон. Так, ну и что мне надо сделать еще? Мне надо слетать в Ривенделл. Может, там появились какие-то новые диалоги, и на этом я закончу серию. Как минимум, мне надо поговорить с Бильбо. Сначала с Элрондом. Может, ты что-нибудь
Elrond is a
расскажешь?
generous host, but it is long since I rested in my own eyrie.
Do you have doubts about remaining with us?
No, it is not doubt you sense. I grow frustrated that Agandauer has eluded us in spite of our efforts. I wish nothing more than to sink my talons into his flesh. My need for revenge has not diminished. It is now as hard and cold as the sharpest mountain peak. Fear not. Nothing will turn me aside from this task.
Are you a good friend of Radagast?
Radagast has been a true friend to the Great Eagle since he first appeared in Middle-earth with the other wizards many hundreds of years ago. I have called him friend since I was a fledgling. Gandalf, too, is a valued friend, but only Radagast has devoted himself entirely to the welfare of birds and beasts. By doing so, Radagast has also won the loyalty of my kind. You have done a great service in saving him from the Spider Queen.
The sun walks above the clouds. Let's take to the air and greet her.
This adventure now carries a great deal of risk. Perhaps an older eagle should be summoned in your place.
This is not the time for me to abandon you, even if an older or wiser eagle could come in time. I have sworn to see this to the end. It would not be found faithless when I am needed the most.
Very well. You're with us until the end. I can only hope we won't regret placing you in this danger.
Though I spoke of adventure when we began, I know there is far more at stake than proving myself. Agandauer will ravage the north if left unchecked. This is what I must do.
We must deal with Urgost. Are you ready to face the dragon?
I hear they're large and slow creatures, almost clumsy in the air. I've no doubt I could easily fly circles around it. Let it try to singe my feathers. It won't come close, I promise you. But of course, it's for Belleram to decide how near we come to the dragon. He'll know what is safe to do.
We know now where Urgost may be found. That part of the Grey Mountains is bleak and inhospitable, but I can guide us there easily enough.
Finding Urgost will likely prove easier than dealing with him. Have you ever faced a dragon before?
No. That is a risk I have gladly avoided. One does not willingly seek out a dragon unless there is no choice.
You are afraid of dragons?
Only a fool would not fear a dragon. If Urgost has but that
Ну, это
changes
мы уже
nothing.
видели.
If we must prevent his alliance with Agandauer, then fear must be set aside.
You are right, Belleram. We cannot falter now. We will go on.
You have but to say the word.
Это мы уже слышали.
Radagast has confirmed our fears. Agandauра is indeed forging an alliance with Urgost. If you cannot prevent this, Dragonfire will soon engulf the fields and settlements of the north. No land is beyond the reach of the dragon. No fortification can withstand him. May the Valar grant you strength of arm and spirit as you undertake this task.
Agandauer will not have his dragon. We will prevent it.
You will earn the eternal thanks of all the people of the north if you do so.
Hello, Eridan. I do hope you've come to give me an account of your recent adventures.
Where to begin? I certainly don't need to tell you that Mirkwood is a perilous place. But we could not have been prepared for what we found there. And so, with Sanathra dead, Radagast safe, we returned here to Ривенделл to inform Elrond of all we had learned.
Heavens, what a tale! If I didn't know you for an honest man, I'd think you were making the whole thing up. I hope I can keep all the facts straight. I'll have to jot down some notes. Oh, but perhaps I'll take a short nap first. Frequent naps help keep the mind sharp, you know. So you're on your way to find a dragon. I set out to do that once myself, to my everlasting amazement.
Why, of course. I'd nearly forgotten.
Еще разок.
Dealt with the dragon before.
Why, yes, I suppose there are not too many people who've come face to face with a dragon and lived to tell of it.
Do you have any advice to offer on dealing with them?
Advice? First, I'd say stealing from them is generally a bad idea. I'd avoid that if you can. Secondly, should you find yourself in a pinch, try flattery.
Pardon me, but you said flattery?
Yes, strange as it may seem, I was rather complimentary when I spoke with old Smaug and found he took to flattery as readily as my niece Angelica. Yes, vain creatures, the both of them. I really hope you'll come back later and fill me in on how your adventures are progressing.
I shall, if time and fortune allow. Now, I should be on my way. Farewell.
Ну, следующая серия будет предпоследняя. В этой серии мы сделали уже все, что было можно. Со всеми поговорили, все сделали. Квесты все сдали. Культы это в следующей локации. Это мы не выполним, это закончится в следующей локации. Вот. Все. Спасибо всем, что смотрели. Надеюсь, вам видео понравилось. Встретимся в новом видео в гостях у Ургоста. Такие дела. Всем пока-пока.